Welcome back to Malden's Revolution. I'm Mark Linehan. Now, before we talk about the revolution itself, we should probably answer a more basic question. What's Malden? Malden is a beautiful, diverse, vibrant city of over 66,000 people located just 6 miles north of downtown Boston. Literally everyone on Earth knows that. But Malden isn't what it used to be. Massachusetts is the proud home of 351 cities and towns, but at the time of the Revolution, there were actually only about half that number of towns. Many of today's municipalities were actually originally larger towns that broke away and formed their own identities. Still other towns just changed their names, and still other towns actually got annexed and absorbed by larger neighbors like the city of Boston. So 250 years ago, this was Malden. And this was Malden. But so was this. And so was this. So if I had any graphic design expertise, or if I had time, talent, or money, this is the part of the video where this beautiful animation would pop up and you would see a map of the whole region, and every time I talked about a different town, it would be highlighted and it would glow and there would be some cool sound effect with it. But I'm not that good at that stuff. And also, I'm a millennial. I like going analog, so I think it's time for fun with maps. But first, I had to go through the arduous bureaucratic process of securing a map of the region from the City of Malden's manager of GIS and database operations, Stephen Fama. Hey Steve, do you have a map of this region that has like Malden, Boston, Salem, and Concord in it?
I most certainly do. There you go.
Oh, cool. Thanks, Steve.
You're welcome. Have a good day.
I have always wanted to do this. That was excellent. All right, friends, here is our map. Thanks again to Steve Fama at the City of Malden for this gorgeous map. So what you're looking at right now, my friends, is eastern Massachusetts, north and northwest of the great city of Boston. So here's downtown Boston right here. Here's the Boston Common. Here's the North End. So if you ever walked the Freedom Trail, that's it right there. Here's Logan Airport right over here. And right here is the great city of Malden outlined in red. So Malden is right here. But 250 years ago, Malden included today's cities of Everett and Melrose. So the town of Malden 250 years ago was all this right here. This is the town of Malden taking up all this land right here. So Malden stretched from the Mystic River, which flows out into the harbor, Mystic River all the way up to Wakefield, which back then was part of Reading. So all of this is the town of Malden right here. Now next to us to the east is the city of Chelsea, which is one of the, if not the smallest city in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. Chelsea 250 years ago included Revere and Winthrop. So all of this right here, all of this was the town of Chelsea right here. These were actually harbor islands. We're going to be talking about that next month. So all this right here is the town of Malden. This right here is the town of Chelsea. Now Charlestown right here is another town we're going to be talking a lot about. Charlestown was originally its own town, which in 1775 included all of what is today Somerville. So this is the town of Charlestown 250 years ago. Now Charlestown is a neighborhood of Boston. If Malden today still had its 1775 boundaries and included today's cities of Melrose and Everett, the combined population would make Malden the 4th largest city in Massachusetts, bigger than Somerville, Lowell, Quincy, and Cambridge, and Malden would be tied for the 5th largest city in New England. So Malden's revolution is also Everett's revolution, and it's also Melrose's revolution. And that's the way it was. Next up on Malden's revolution, April 19th, 1775. Men from Malden marched to the alarms of Lexington and Concord. How many men left? What did they do to help? And how many men made it home? Stay tuned. Bigger than Lowell, Quincy, Somerville, and Cambridge. And Freddie,